I had to make a video in a way just to, have it said metaphorically, get this huge load off my chest because this is really bothering me. Right? The more that I read and the more that I learn, especially about personality disorders, mostly when it comes to borderline personality disorder, very similar to narcissistic, but they're slightly different. And the joys of learning, right? Anyway, borderline does not give you a right or entitle you to be a prick to your partner. That is uncalled for. We do not want to go through that anymore, right? We keep asking you to stop doing what is hurting us. And you turn around and you take what we are asking for, to stop, and it's inflicted 10 times more. And what's worse is they're so covert about it. They're so, they hide it very well. And then they turn around and make, the partner that's being abused the problem. She is the problem. Why is she the problem? No definition is given. It's just that person is a problem. The person's a problem because, she's standing up for herself. She's trying to put an end to the constant cycle of, abuse, being, emotional, psychological, mental, verbal, right? Person can only take so much before, they lose it. Even, the most calm, level-headed person is eventually going to snap, right? And it's horrible. And no matter what, and I mean absolutely no matter what, the BPD cannot be held accountable for his actions. That, my opinion, is just, personally, that is just a goddamn scapegoat. That's all that is. That's, a goddamn scapegoat. Right? Especially when it comes to relationships. Because it takes two of us. Either one person's doing too much and the other one's not doing anything at all. And then they're taking everything, claiming that I'm doing all the work. Right? And then the lying. No. The fact that somebody with borderline personality disorder traits are capable of inflicting damage onto another person physically, causing death or, bodily harm. Like, I got stabbed because of my ex-girlfriend. Our first fight. She stabbed me with, an X-Acto knife. Here. One of these bad boys. Yeah. I pulled that out of my chest an inch. Right? And here we are a year later. And I'm the problem. Watching her take her anger out on my pets. No, I don't give a fuck who you are. You do not hurt animals or children. You don't do that. And I tried really hard the nice way. Different variations of how to communicate. No, that wasn't good enough. And I feel bad. Right? Because it wasn't until I used excessive force and I hurt her did she stop abusing my pets. And my service dog she doesn't deserve that. My dog is a good dog. She listens. She's lovable. She's friendly, right? No. So yes, I am full of remorse because I responded and I reacted that way. Yes, I am responsible for my actions and what I did to her. Right? But that doesn't excuse what was done to me. It's not okay because they're sick in the head, to get away with being a prick. No, I didn't grow up, like that. And I grew up in a very dysfunctional household where one parent was absent and the other one liked to drink, right? And do drugs, right? Just how it is. Parents split up when I was young. After I was hit by a car, like 3 months after I learned how to walk again, my mom split, right? My dad did the best that he could for the most part, but I was loved unconditionally. It didn't matter what I did or how bad I fucked up. My parents loved me for me. And God bless my dad. I miss him a lot. But abuse is not right. And there's not enough information out there about psychological and mental and verbal abuse that causes us to break out and want to hurt the person that's hurting us. And we don't know what to do in cases because there's not enough information out there. I got court in 2 days because of my actions. And I don't know what to do. Self-healing and self-love starts within. I know I love myself. And I know that I have love. And that I'm capable of giving love because I know what the fuck it is. Oh, yes, people do infuriate me and frustrate me to no end sometimes. However, I'm allowed to have those kind of feelings. It doesn't mean I'm allowed to hurt people. And that's where I fucked up, right? And I messed up, and that's why I'm going to court. And I'm scared because, I'm not able to fend for myself or defend myself. I have a spinal cord injury in my neck. I'm lucky I'm capable of walking, right? I had 3 vertebrae pulled out of my neck, out of alignment. C4, C5, and C6 with a C5 fracture. The pain equivalent is about the same as being hit by a car. And my mobility is, it's gone, right? Just to get up and go to the bathroom or have a shower, take a bath, put on a pair of socks and shoes, right? I'm tired, like exhausted. I can sleep 8 to 12 hours and I wake up like I ran a marathon, and fat doesn't run, right? It just doesn't. But there's other ways to be, fit, right? And because I almost ended up being either a quadriplegic or a paraplegic because of the type of injury that was, done to me after being assaulted at a music festival, my life has been put on hold. And I, unfortunately, my lifestyle has also been haltered, which means I'm not capable of getting up and going out to social functions. I'm definitely not capable of working just yet, right? Sitting up for too long hurts, laying down, and with my cognitive skills as well, with having a spinal cord injury, it's not the same as it was from prior than when I was, hurt. And that was a very rough year for me. I lost my father in May 2017, my childhood sweetheart. And every day goes by where I don't miss this man. He took his own life. My best friend since I was 7, boy next door, is gone. And I'm not the only one that feels his loss. His children, his family. Because sick, sadistic people fuck with our heads. And they cause us to hurt ourselves because we don't know any better. And he had dissociative identity disorder. And I was, able to support him best I could whenever his personalities came out. And we had something beautiful, and it's something called unconditional love, right? And he was a big boy. He was 6'7". I'm 5'11". Right? My best friend is gone. My daddy is gone. And 3 weeks after losing him, I had my neck broken. And this was in a span of 3 months. From May 2017 until like August. Okay, maybe 4 months. Off one. This many years. Right? But they happen in threes. Law of universe numbers, bleh. It's just what it is. Right? May, July, and August. 3 months, 3 weeks. And I'm just trying to heal. And with my spinal cord injury, I'm trying to get better with that, because I physically, and then the mentally part, and my partner should have told me that she had borderline personality disorder in the beginning, when there was commitment and we, engaged in a relationship, instead of at the end, a year and a half later. That wasn't fair. That took away my ability to make better decisions, because I wasn't informed, and it's not my fault that I didn't know, right? I saw some telltale signs, and I wasn't sure. I know a lot more after having, about a month and a half of teaching myself and learning what the differences are between the personalities and the different cluster groups that they fit in. And for my abusive borderline personality disordered partner to call me a schizophrenic, because I do have some of the similar things. I don't like going out in public. My sex drive is I don't engage in many activities, along with I don't really have a strong connection with my family. It was a relatively small family, and we're just spread out, and there's not much of us left. Like, there's my sister, my mother, my brother, and that's it. Right? So my family is very small, but it is what it is, and I accept it for what it is. I can't change it. I can't force it. Right? I can just love my family members the best that I can. Right? And that's without the verbal abuse and the name calling and, the flying monkeys and the daggers and, oh my God, because lo and behold, my sister is also borderline personality disordered. Yeah. And I legitimately have been told that because I have this disease, it gives me a right to be a bitch. I'm like, no. That's not how right and wrong. And borderline BPDs know the difference between right and wrong. They were taught, just like we were, what's acceptable, it's the whole like double standard. It's like, don't do as I do as I say. And I'm like, oh. I've got a lot of frustration built up, and I know that I'm going to need therapy, and I'm okay with this, because that therapy will help me understand and help me process a lot better, and it'll help me make me a stronger person. I'm okay with this. I'm okay to show vulnerability and be like, I'm only human. I will learn. I want to learn. I care about me. I care about those around me. Right? But I'm not going to just sit there and allow someone to hurt my animals. They're my fur babies. Especially from someone that has lost their child at the age of 3 months. And I don't know exactly what happened. I've got four, not one, not two, not three, but 4 different stories as to what happened to why her baby died. But you don't take your anger out on somebody, especially an animal. They do not deserve it. It's the same as a child. And logically, the way my brain works, right? Realistically, very, very logically. Like, you can't spell analyze without anal, kind of. But, right and wrong, asking questions. Taking the same type of love that was given to me and apply that same love onto an infant, not good. This is just my opinion, right? Because of like how I grew up, right? What I was taught. I was taught, the difference between right and wrong. It's like hot and cold. Like, ouch, fire hot, right? Water is wet. Sun is up. Moon is down. Well, that depends, right? Well, sun is light, moon is dark, right? I keep going, but I think, yeah, you catch what I'm throwing, right? And the lack of empathy and consideration for somebody else and not being able to freely express myself without recourse and backlash, no, that is unhealthy. And I have been trying to work with this girl for over a year, but I'm not patient enough. I don't give her enough chances. I keep getting what I call the broken record player loop, where it's like loop, excuses, loop, excuses. It just keeps going around, right? Doing the same actions, giving the same bullshit stories, and then doing it again. What do you know? That's manipulation. That's part of gaslighting, right? Devaluing everything I said, projecting what she's feeling onto me. I got accused of cheating a lot, and I never cheated. I never did. Meanwhile, I got ditched so that she can go drink with her ex-girlfriend. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, they both come over to my house. Yes, you heard me. My ex brought her ex over to my house because she wanted to go drinking. I'm allergic to alcohol. I'm not a big fan. I like my marijuana. And I'm working on some other stuff. It's just one thing, but it helps with my chronic fatigue syndrome. And I'm just going to leave that at that, right? Because it's very, very controversial and it's definitely frowned upon. Yes, it's fucking with my mind and it's hurting me. Just like everyone out there, I'm doing my best, to live. I don't want to survive. I want to live. Even with my spinal cord injury and everything else going on, right? I want to live. I don't want to survive. I've been surviving for the last 2 decades. I'm tired. I'm 35 and I've got 25 years experience. I'm tired. I want to live. And like maybe another decade in me left. Who knows? Right? The best thing though is, yes, I do love myself. Yes, I do care. Yes, I know I can make a difference in people's lives. And yes, I know I can make the biggest effort in my life. Right? Because, honesty doesn't come from cheap people. It just doesn't. My little wings for my glasses. Anyway, with that being said, I feel much better after saying what I had to. And please, love yourself first. Because then that starts in and goes out. And it'll come back. It's going to take a while. It's going to take practice. But like anything else, practice. Start with self-love. Thank you guys. Take care.